It was a moonless night in Deadeye Gulch. The saloon doors swung lazily as Max Anthony stepped inside. The air reeked of whiskey, sweat, and desperation. At the far end of the barroom, a trio of outlaws sat huddled around a scarred table, their laughter a sudden discordant melody. Max's hand hovered over the grip of his custom Colt, the weight of it familiar against his thigh. He had come for justice, for the widow whose husband they'd gunned down, for the orphaned children left to fend for themselves. The leader, a brute named Rat, wore a sneer like a badge of honor. He stood, his eyes narrowing as they locked onto Max. Well, he drawled. If it ain't the gunslinger himself, Max Anthony. Heard you were looking for me and my boys. You killed a good man, Max exclaimed, his voice low and steady. For what? A handful of gold coins? Rat's laughter echoed, a guttural sound that scraped against Max's nerves. Ain't nothing personal, gunslinger, just business. Max's eyes bore into Rat's. The crew sneered, all standing one by one and spreading out. Rat picked up a bottle of tequila and threw it back with a roaring laughter before suddenly flinging it at Max. Before the bottle shattered, Max had emptied his Colt. When Max Anthony awoke, he was on a bed of cotton. He felt his nakedness under the cool blankets. He smelled of perfumed soap. "I'm going to assume you are hungry," she smiled, displaying her sexy body in see-through lingerie as she sat a tray of biscuits, beans, and coffee in front of him. "I hope you don't mind. I washed your clothing," she went on. "Where am I?" "Above the saloon. You were wounded. It's the least we can do. You didn't only save me, you saved the town." She stood in front of him and slowly did a striptease. "It will be my pleasure to yield to your desires." Max felt himself stirring. "What's your name?" "Jesse." "How old are you, Jesse?" 24. "As much as I want to bury myself deep inside of you, you owe me no obligation. You owe no one. My advice is to take your newfound freedom, catch the first stagecoach out of this dead-end town, and never look back." He watched her slump, then came the tears. "Thank you," she whispered meekly. "Thank you so much. I will never forget you," she said before walking over, peeling the blankets back, and straddling him.